Okay. The regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Greater Boca Raton Beach and Park District is now called to order. It is Monday, January 3rd, 2022. The time is 5:15 p.m. I'd like to welcome Nikki and Laura from the Sugar Sand Park Community Center who are helping us out today. So Nikki, would you proceed with the roll call?
Commissioner Ernst? Yes. Commissioner Engel? Yes. Commissioner Rollins? Yes. Commissioner Vogelsang?
Here.
Commissioner Wright?
Here. Nikki, commissioners, are there any changes to the agenda? Seeing none, it's time for public requests. If you'd step to the podium and turn on the mic. Welcome and Happy New Year to everyone.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Tom Thayer here, 4821 North Dixie Highway in Boca Raton, Florida, 33431. And we're getting the new year started off right, as you would expect. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, we've got a great program. Hopefully, a lot of you get the constant contact, so you already know what I'm going to say. So I don't have to say it twice, but I'm going to say it anyway. So we have a great program tomorrow. The undercard, which we feature a nonprofit organization, is going to be the Diaper Bank. And apparently the information that we have, like $70 or $80 a month that takes to provide non-disposable or disposable diapers for an infant. So this organization helps underprivileged or needy families. And so we're going to give a young lady by the name of Ashley Craig an opportunity to speak. And then our main speaker is Angelo Bianco. And we should all remember him from the projects that they've brought to us along Military Trail and whatnot a couple of years ago. And so the newest project is BRIC, Boca Raton Innovative Campus, the old IBM campus. It's a huge property. It's a huge project. And it's got a long way to go as far as getting through the city approval processes and whatnot. But it's not only the innovation campus, the commercial side of it, but there's also a major residential component, which is what they also had in mind on the Military Trail site. So come out and see what Angelo, he's the managing partner of Boca Raton Innovative Campus. 8 o'clock we open up, 8:30 the program starts. It's in the downtown community center. And we normally have the double Silver Palm room and no charge, everybody's welcome. And we'd love to see some smiling faces tomorrow. And masks are optional unless you want to talk. If you want to talk, you can't talk with your mask on. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And that's all I've got. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Tom. It's always good to hear from you and get an update. Is there anyone else who'd like to speak? Laura, is there anyone on the phone with their hand raised? Okay, at this time, public requests are closed. It's time for the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting held on December 20th, 2021. Do I hear a motion to approve? Or a second? Thank you. Commissioner Rollins seconded, Nikki. Commissioner. Okay, Nikki, would you do a roll call vote, please?
Ernst?
Yes.
Commissioner Engel? Yes. Commissioner Rollins?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogelsang?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Nikki, motion is approved. Our first item of business is the election of the officers for 2022. And at this time, I would like to go ahead and make the first nomination for chairman. I'd like to nominate Commissioner Rollins, who has always had great input and is very articulate. And I just have the utmost respect for him and all of you. And are there any other nominations for chairman?
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Wright.
I think you and Commissioner Rollins have done an outstanding job as chairs, but since you'll be outgoing, we'll have nobody with chairmanship experience once you leave. And I think this would be a good way to do the transition.
This time we need a second for either of the nominations.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I think Bob did a really good job for the time that when I was on. Like you said, he's very articulate. And I think for him to be chair for his last year would be a great thing. So I'd like to, I mean, I would love to do it as well. So whatever everybody else decides would be fine.
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Wright the second for that. Not that Bob couldn't do an outstanding job. I think everyone here has got a long history of what they've done is outstanding. But I also think that we never really talked about when you do appoint someone as chair, what should be the agenda and guiding that agenda. And I think the district is actually entering a very different phase of its evolution. And to me, community partnerships are extremely important, and more so in this next cycle as we go forward with the development of Boca Chica and where we want this district to evolve, and supporting the volunteers who do many things out there. So as potential chair, right, I think she would do a wonderful job because of her connection to the community, the engagement with the Verde School, and her kids are in the programs right now. And I think being out there in the community is important. Not that Bob hasn't. Bob's done so much work for this community that it's, hold it, both of you, on a pedestal for what you've done. I've learned a lot from both of you, but I also think it's healthy for the kind of a rotation as it has been done in the past. But I think as the senior people, I respect a lot of what you both have to say, and we'll hope that you'll support Ms. Wright doing this. But if you feel otherwise, I'd be happy with both options.
Thank you, everyone. Mr. Horowitz, would you weigh in on the procedure at this point, please?
Madam Chair, good evening, Commissioners. Just from a procedural standpoint, our special act does not dictate a process for electing a chair and a vice chair. So ultimately, the board would make nominations, which you've done. One of those nominations currently has a second. If it were to be the chair and the board's prerogative to call the question, you can vote on that nomination for Vice Chair Wright to become the chair for the upcoming year. If there's a need for further discussion, debate, that's certainly an option. But ultimately, the first nominee that receives a second and a majority vote would carry the item and become the board's next chair.
Standing, is there 2 seconds?
Well, did Commissioner Wright second the vote for Commissioner Rollins? I heard a second from Commissioner Ernst.
Okay.
I didn't actually second it. I just kind of left it up to have a discussion and see kind of where Bob was kind of going, how you feel about it, and how everybody else felt about it. So.
But to your point, Commissioner, excuse me, Madam Chair, ultimately the first nominee that had a second would be brought to a vote, and the first vote with a majority would ultimately carry the item. So right now you have one nominee, as I heard, Commissioner Wright, that has the second for you.
Thank you, Mr. Horowitz. Commissioner Rollins.
Can I second myself?
You can.
Okay. Not that I don't respect, and I think everybody's clarified that pretty well. I'd be happy to serve on the commission with Erin if she's elected.
Help me out here,
So
Jacob.
well, I guess now arguably you have competing motions. So the first motion that received the second would be for Commissioner Wright.
Okay.
So you would need to call the question on one of those motions, and it would be really the board's direction as to which motion to call. But ultimately, one of those motions would need to be called. One option would be to take them in the order of which they received a second.
Okay. And Commissioner Wright, did you have something you wanted to say?
Well, I was just going to second Bob Rollins.
Yes. The first nominee to be seconded was Commissioner Wright for chairman. So Nikki, would you do a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Ernst, Commissioner Engel,
Yes.
Commissioner Rollins, Commissioner Rollins. Oh, I'm sorry.
Poorly on Aaron, but no.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Vogelsang,
No.
Commissioner Wright,
Do what you feel is right, Aaron.
This is so awkward. Yes.
motion passes 3-2.
All righty. So I am now, Jacob, do we do another vote?
You do
Since
not,
this
no,
passed- okay.
you pass the gavel
So
to our new
I
chair.
am now going to ceremonially pass the gavel to you, Aaron, and congratulations. And we're here to help you wherever you need to help.
You have to entertain nominations for vice.
Bear with me. Okay. We need nominations for a vice chair.
I nominate Commissioner Ernst. He's done a phenomenal job as treasurer. And I think he needs a break. But I think he'd be a fantastic vice chair. And I think, be a great assistance to Commissioner Wright.
Second for that at this point, Jacob. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll second the nomination.
I wanted to nominate Bob for this position. I feel like Craig's niche is treasurer. And I think he does an extraordinary job in that position. So I'd like to nominate Bob.
I'll second that.
I think I'd like to do the vice chair role if I have the choice. I don't see it as being that difficult, but happy to do whatever role this group wants to serve. And I do think that, it's not a lot of work on the treasurer's role. It's really a review of invoices. So I think we're on a steady state, so it's not difficult to do that. And I would see the role as vice chair probably a little bit different to support you really, Aaron, on a lot of the things that will be needed to develop the partnerships and working through Rianne carefully to make sure that we, really develop the Boca Chica site timely and we move forward. So I'd be happy to do the vice chair role. That would be my preference.
I'm
Well,
sorry, I believe you had a second for Commissioner Ernst.
I think they both had seconds, so I guess we just go ahead and take a roll call. For the first nomination and this first second, which was for Craig.
Ernst. For Aaron.
For you to serve as the vice chair.
Yes.
Commissioner Engel,
Yeah.
Commissioner Rollins, Commissioner Vogelsang,
No.
Commissioner Wright.
No. Okay, so we need to do a roll call on the second nomination, which was for Bob Rollins for vice chair.
Correct. Commissioner Ernst? Commissioner Engel? Commissioner Rowlands? Commissioner Vogelsang?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Motion approves 4-1.
So now we need nominations for our secretary treasurer.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Commissioner Ernst, who has done an outstanding job for the time he's been on this commission.
Second.
Any discussion on this? Okay, we'll take the roll call on the nomination for Craig Ernst for secretary treasurer.
Ernst?
But just so you know, next time I'm going to nominate Steve.
Commissioner Engel?
But just so Commissioner Ernst knows, when I run out of fingers and toes, I'm in trouble.
Commissioner Rowlands? Commissioner Vogelsang?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes.
Motion passes.
So we go to the second item on the agenda, which is the Patrick Park turf infill remediation. Brianne?
Commissioners, on page 6 of your agenda packets is a memo from Melissa Dawson, who's not here tonight. We're looking for approval tonight of a bid we received from CSR Athletic Construction for the artificial turf infill, which was put out as an RFP after the board approved that on September 13th. The amount we're looking for tonight is $146,400. This would enable us to get moving on getting this ordered so that the install could happen when the fields are not in prime use this year.
Any discussion on this?
Reiterate the obvious. This infill does not void the warranty, the current warranty on the field.
Correct. It will actually help maintain that warranty.
Okay, thanks.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the $146,400 for the infill for Patrice Park.
Take a roll call on this.
Commissioner Engel? Commissioner Rowlands?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogelsang?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
Yes. Okay, so final thing would be the invoices.
Madam Chair, Wright, I'd like to make a motion to approve payroll and invoices in the amount of $42,854.59.
Okay, so roll call on this.
Ernst?
Yes.
Commissioner Engel? Commissioner Rowlands? Commissioner Vogelsang?
Yes.
Commissioner Wright?
All right, so finally we go to reports and discussion items. Yes. So you want to go first?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a few updates for the board tonight. I spoke with Wes from CSR Construction. They're doing the work at Boca Chica. Just a couple of updates there. The metal gate and fencing should be finished this week. Irrigation is being implemented and then the seeding will take place. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to drive through there, but it's looking really good. And they hope to have all that work done by the end of January. I wanted to thank Nikki and Laura tonight for filling in. And I appreciate all their help. I appreciate the help from the community center staff and the city staff, always supporting us when we have some shortages. So thank you guys for being here tonight. For future agenda items, I just have the work order for the Patch Reef Park pickleball courts. And then we should be getting responses to the RFP for the James A. Rutherford Community Center back. And depending on how many of those we get back, it could be an item for the next agenda as well. And that's it.
I would just offer our congratulations to our incoming chair and vice chair and our continuing treasurer on behalf of myself and our law firm. But I have nothing else to report this evening. Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Susie?
Congratulations to all. And Aaron, I really want you to know that we're here for you, whatever you need. Anytime you need some backup for anything, I have plenty of time to help you. So I'm happy to do it. And Craig and Bob as well. Happy New Year to everyone. And I did get a chance to go by Boca Chica to see the fencing. It's amazing. Everything's looking great. And I think it's a real good thing that we're doing for the entire community. And I think we'll hear good things from everybody who lives there. So thank you and Happy New Year.
Bob?
If I could learn to turn my mic on and off every time, you'll slip right into this job so easily. I know it's initially trying to get things ordered, and it's feels a little bit awkward, but I have complete confidence in your skill to manage the commission in the next 12 months, and I add my congratulations to that. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me that I'm the vice chair, not the chair. But it's a wonderful position to be in, you know. And I think Craig is always good summarizing the situation, and I can't disagree with anything that he said. And I think having a chairperson who will have the support of two prior chairs, I think is important going forward. We do have a lot of challenges in front of us this year. And I know with your skill set, you'll keep everybody on task, our consultants, to making sure that they're hitting the numbers when they said they're going to. I think the relationship that you have with some of the people on council, I think will be an extreme benefit for us. I look forward to seeing how that works out. If I can help you in any way, you know, it's always difficult to, you know, we have a bigger job than the council does in many ways because we have a bigger area to serve, but we're have a much easier job in the fact that everything we do is recreation. It's not roads and streets and sanitation and all these other things that they have to worry about. I will be there to help you. All you got to do is ask. And I think you know that you got the support of everybody on this commission. I'm excited to see you sitting there, really am. Congratulations.
Hopefully I'll get a little bit of yours and Craig's eloquence in terms of speaking. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Congratulations. The couple things. First of all, I learned last meeting that if you don't have your microphone on, you cannot be heard when you're on the online version of this. So it's important for everyone to have the microphone on, even for a yes vote. You can't hear it at all. So that was a good lesson learned. But far as coming in to the role, let me divide my comments in two parts. One on recent minutes and stuff. I think the message should go back to our friends at Boca Chica that we removed mattress and box spring, and it came to us at a taxpayer cost. And I'd like to remind the homeowners out there that it's just not appropriate to be disposing of your discarded mattresses, box spring, sofas. You know, you don't do that in your neighborhood. You shouldn't. It's the wrong thing. So I'd hope that the Boca Chica homeowners who will benefit the most from the redevelopment out there will also participate in policing their own property and discourage that activity. So that's one item. Secondly, I guess, far as, as you move into this role, totally supportive of whatever you need on it. I would tell you that part of the partnership thing is really being out there, going to the Federation meeting, so just listening and hearing, you'll see more outside of this meeting than you will necessarily in this meeting, because we have to go to our participants. And the more you hear from, whether it's city council or other community stakeholders, I think you can learn an awful lot. And I truly believe that this community is blessed in the sense that we have a beach and park district, which is separately funded, because in bad times, the first thing that gets cut is recreation, parks, everything else. And that's not our goal here. And I think we need it more than ever, particularly as we come off of, I hope we come off of this COVID event. I was never a supporter of closing the parks or closing outdoor activities. And I will continue not to be supportive of closing outdoor activities when we should be outdoors. And we should do as much as we can to make those facilities open. Totally agree with the congregation, and that we have to work with that in other ways. But I think we've all learned a lot over the past almost 2 years. So I think there's more to be done. But if you want to assign anyone with responsibilities or something, or to meet with a particular group, I'm happy to support you. I encourage everyone here to don't be afraid to divide things up, because we can do a lot together. So we're all here for you. Okay. Yep.
First, I want to congratulate Commissioner Wright. I think you're going to do a fantastic job. Don't underestimate yourself. And also to Commissioner Rollins, and of course to Commissioner Ernst. I think we're blessed to have some very competent people sitting on this board, and people who have real compassion and a real love of this job. This is, as many of us have said, this is a labor of love. We certainly don't do it for the money. So I know we're going to be doing great things in 2022, and I think it's a privilege for us to have Commissioner Wright as our chair. And Happy New Year.
Oh, gosh, I just want to say thank you so much for your belief in me to be able to be a good chair. And congratulations, Bob, and congratulations to Craig. And Happy New Year to everybody. And I'm really excited for this year and all the projects that we have going on. And the master plan is really exciting. So, yeah, so that's it. Happy New Year. And I guess it's Steve's turn.
Adjourn.
Ernst,
Yes.
Commissioner Engel, Rollins, Rollins, I'm sorry. Commissioner Vogelsang,
Yes.
Commissioner Wright.
Yes.